And a very good afternoon, everyone, as we welcome you to Woodland Park and Fletcher Field here in Collinsville as we get you set for some high school baseball. It is the season finale, the regular season finale for your Collinsville Kahawks, and they will take the field this afternoon and face non-conference foe Jerseyville as we welcome you in to the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. Stop in for weekly specials, and right now their focus is on, well, graduation. That's tomorrow here in Collinsville. I know that a couple of other area schools are graduating this weekend as well, so stop by Cullip Jennings Florist. Take advantage of what they have to offer for your grads. Give them a call, 344-0404 for more information, or you can check things out online at cullipjennings.com. Collinsville comes into this game 13-15. Jerseyville comes in at 13-17, so these two teams similar records during the regular season. Jerseyville plays in the Mississippi Valley Conference, and they are 3-7 in conference play there. Collinsville, of course, in the Southwestern Conference, and they are 4-8 in conference play. We'll have more on the numbers here in just a little bit. We're a little late getting on, had some technical difficulties. One of those which includes no scoreboard. I can't figure out why it won't come onto the screen, so we're going to do this game without a scoreboard. Sorry about that for you Jerseyville fans and for you Panthers fans. We will tell you right now that the camera does not move during baseball games. We've done that in the past, and we just can't zoom over fast enough when a shot hits down the third base line, and by the time we zoom the camera over there, the guy's already throwing the guy out at first base. So it stays right where it is, and we'll fill in the blank parts for you as we go along. But coming up next, I had a chance to catch up with Collinsville head coach Ryan Warnicki. We're talking about the season finale and the season that's almost over. We'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. And we welcome you back into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Final day of the regular season for boys baseball. And your Kahawks are at home taking on the Jerseyville Panthers. Joining us now on the pregame show is Collinsville head coach Ryan Warnicki. Coach, last game of the regular season, this being your first year and you being, the teacher type. If you had to give yourself a letter grade for your first year as head coach, what would it be?
Honestly, I'd probably give myself about a C+. It's been an up and down year. We've been kind of inconsistent, and I have to kind of take responsibility for that. There's some things that I've had to learn along the way, and hopefully I will learn those lessons for next year.
So all those years as an assistant coach, did you feel like you were prepared to be the head coach, or were there some things that kind of caught you off guard like a curveball?
There's a whole lot of things that kind of catch you off guard. A lot of things you never have to deal with that all of a sudden everybody's looking to you to make the decision. That all of a sudden everybody comes out of the woodwork and they're all looking to you to give them an answer, and that definitely takes some getting used to.
All right, talk to us about the 13 and 15 season. Obviously not the numbers wise. Everybody always wants to be above a 500 when they look at the end of the year. But is that okay considering this is your first year and you had some injury problems, you lost some guys, and you suffered some things along the way, not to mention all the rainouts?
No, I don't like to say that it's okay. Yes, all those things happened, but I still have high expectations for our kids. I have high expectations for our coaches. I have high expectations for this program. And so being under 500 is definitely disappointing. We've let some games get away that we could win, and we have to learn how to finish those games.
All right, if you had to break it down to one particular thing that you think would be the most beneficial thing to work on next year, pitching, defense, offense, or is it all three?
Well, for me personally, I'm a pitching guy, I focus on the pitching more than anything. We have not pitched as well as I hoped we would this year. We could fall back on some excuses as some guys that we were counting on pitching have not pitched, and so that's definitely a part of it. But I still feel like our pitching has got to improve, and then the next in line is the defense. As the pitching improves, the defense tends to go with it. pitching can kind of make your defense look a little better, and vice versa. So those two things kind of go hand in hand, and those will be the primary focus going into next year.
All right, so with that in mind, the last game that I did, which was Tuesday, the last game that you all had, that was, to me, one of those games that you had right there for the taking, and it just kind of went away.
Yeah, we had some runners in scoring position and just couldn't quite pull the trigger. A couple of key strikeouts in situations where I really wish we had swung the bat. They gave us they gave us a couple of base runners. They gave us a couple extra bases, and it was disappointing that we weren't able to take advantage of it and score a couple extra runs when we had the chance.
I thought Kyle had a great game on the mound, man. He had 4 innings of no-hit ball there.
Yeah, Kyle was great. Kyle really didn't give up, like you said, no hits for 4 innings, and even in the end, he still only ended up giving up, I think it was 3 hits, but walks. He had to end up with 5 walks, and that seems to be kind of the common theme of our season, is that we don't give up a ton of hits, but we always seem to find runners on base because we walk too many guys.
And then Morrissey comes in to kind of give you some mop-up duty, and he pitched very well, and it was unfortunate that he was the one who ends up taking the loss.
No, Garrett pitched a great game. I thought that may have been the best he's looked. I thought he had the best command he's had all year. His breaking ball was sharp. He kept his composure in a situation where he could have easily, given up, and he didn't. He got us out of a tough spot, and I thought he looked great.
Seems like a weird season to me. Does it seem like a weird season to you? All the weather-related stuff, the game with 4 balks in it. I mean, this is some weird stuff.
It's been a crazy season, and I don't know. Every night I look back and think, is it just because it's my first year, or is this stuff that happens every year? And I really can't answer that. It just feels really strange. It has been a very weird year.
All right, you have Jerseyville here today. This is one of those hit-and-miss games. Most of the time they get taken off the schedule to make up a Southwestern Conference game that was affected by rain. But you do get to play these guys today, and you guys, you play each other pretty well over the last few years. 4-3, so it's close.
Yeah, it's always a close game. They're a competitive MVC team. We don't see them very often, so our kids never really know what to expect, which I think is actually a good thing for us. The less we know, the better sometimes, because we don't overthink it, and we just go out and play, and I'm hoping that's what we'll go to do today.
All right, so what exactly are you looking for out of your guys? Last game of the season, getting ready for the playoffs on Tuesday.
I want to see a lot of strikes. I want to see batters putting the ball in play. I want to see our defense make the routine plays, and I want to see energy. I want our guys to be excited to play baseball and head into the playoffs with a little bit of momentum.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck today.
All right, thank you.
As Ryan Warnicki, your head coach for your Collinsville Kahok baseball team, will take a break here on the Cullip Jennings Flores pregame show, starting 9 for each team, coming your way next here on the Kahok Sports Network. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. Back here at Fletcher Field, Todd Duke along with Chris Kettler, and even Zach Roseman is here. Josh Hartle is not. He is feeling a little under the weather, so he's not going to join us for this game. Hopefully he will rejoin us on Tuesday. Here are your starting lineups. We'll begin with Jerseyville, since they are leading off first, and we are just about ready to go here. You'll see Zeke Waltz, who will lead off. He'll play center field. John Collins doing the catching and batting second. Garrett Carey is playing shortstop and batting third. Quinn Snyder in the cleanup spot and playing left field. No, not the old Mizzou basketball coach Quinn Snyder. Ethan Snyder playing second base. Ronnie Gylander is playing third base and batting in the sixth spot. Batting seventh is C.J. Bruno. He'll be playing first base. Jacob Stocks is the DH today. He'll be batting eighth, and Kyle Hall is the right fielder batting ninth. Stocks is the DH batting for Owen Getter. No numbers on the pitcher for either team. Collinsville throwing a freshman out there in Chris Tillman, so we'll see how the lefty fares in his first varsity start, as we are just about ready to play here at Collinsville. We bring in Chris Kettler, and I know you haven't had any chance to do any baseball games with me this year.
No, every game I was going to try to come out to has been victim of the rain. Other than try a game I came out here and help you with. Nice to see a beautiful day here for everybody.
This is baseball weather.
Yeah, some good baseball weather here, and got Jerseyville in town. They say they're starting a freshman here. Give him a look here against a non-conference opponent and maybe get everybody rested up here before the playoffs.
Yeah, Chris Tillman, no numbers on him, of course. He has played either on the freshman team or the JV team all year. So we'll see what he has to offer here as he takes first crack at this. And Zeke Waltz, the center fielder for Jerseyville. And the first pitch is over the inside corner for a called strike. Zeke Waltz batting .330 on the year with 11 runs batted in. Jerseyville, of course, wearing the light blue colors on the road. Same colors as the Belleville East Lancers. Collinsville, of course, the home team. They're dressed in all whites, purple caps. The purple letters across the fronts that spell out the word Kahoks. And the purple numbers will be on the backs as well. White numbers on the backs of Jerseyville. And a called strike 3. That is how Chris Tillman starts his varsity career here at Collinsville.
Yeah, he goes right after the batter there. Gets ahead 0-2 and then gets that strikeout pitch.
That's nice to see. Jerseyville sporting the word Jerseyville on the fronts of their jerseys. Here's Tillman batting now to the number 2 man, and that is John Collins, the catcher. And Collins fouls one off of the end of the bat. Collins comes in batting .309 with 15 runs batted in. Here's a look at your defense after this next pitch by Tillman, and it's way outside. 1-1 in left field. Riker Kane for Collinsville. Center fielder is Kyle Moore. T.J. Williams is in right field. Devin Bovinette at third base. Rolando Colon at shortstop. Brant Mode is at second base as Carson Richardson's at first. And you see Chris Tillman, the freshman pitcher, on the mound. The lefty throwing to Spencer Vlasic behind the plate. 2 ball and a 1 strike count against John Collins. Swinging a shot out to left field. Riker Kane in the perfect spot, but he can't come in to make the catch. He takes it on 1 hop, and Collins is aboard with the first hit of the game.
Almost bounced there up over left fielder's head, and he had to extend high to get it, but still a single.
Here is Garrett Corey, although he doesn't have number 1 on his back like Garrett is supposed to have. That guy has number 1, and that is Ian Sullivan. I'm not sure if they made a last-minute change or not. We'll have to find out here for you. At any rate, runner at first and 1 out. Throw over to first base and back in safely as Collins. All right. I don't know. I'll figure it out. There's a swing and a foul ball over.
Already messing us up like the softball game of the day where they made changes before the game even started.
Yeah, sometimes they do that to me. That happened in the softball game the other day. Both teams made a change they didn't tell us about.
I think it was a substitution. They were already substituting before the game started. It was weird.
Exactly. So this appears to be Ian Sullivan, if the number on his back is correct. And down at first base is Garrett Carey, because he has the number 2. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm sure that was number 16 at the plate who got the hit, right? All right, so I guess maybe Carey is courtesy running, and instead of playing shortstop today, Ian Sullivan is. That would be my guess. At any rate, 2-1 the count on Sullivan, who only has a couple of bats here on the varsity level. Batting 1,000. Here's the next pitch by Tillman, swinging a foul ball right over our heads. That'll even things out at 2-2. 1 out in the top of the first inning. Runner at first base. Last game of the regular season. Collinsville opens postseason play Tuesday at 6 o'clock against O'Fallon at Granite City. And another foul ball out of play, and this one's heading right for a car. Oh, ran across the street. And right now they're calling for a chance of PM thunderstorms for Tuesday, so there's a possibility that game might get moved to Wednesday. That's just common thinking. As Tillman's ready with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Sullivan. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Tillman, and he's off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, pretty good start. 2 strikeouts. 1 was a clean single, but now see if we can get the 4th batter out at the end of the inning.
Here is Quinn Snyder, batting .221 on the year. He does have 1 home run, 15 runs batted in, and he looks at a pitch outside, quick throw over, and I tell you what, the throw was in time, but Carson Richardson couldn't get the tag down low enough to maybe tag that helmet on the way in. It would have been close, but the throw down was a little high.
Trying to get that swipe tag in as the runner slides back into the base. Just not in time.
Cloud of dust kicks up as well. Here's a foul ball. This one's going to head out of play as well. Right behind the Jerseyville dugout down the first base line. 312 down the third base line. 310 down first base. 375 to the left center field alley. 360 in right center field. And dead straight away center field is 387. As Snyder steps back in from the right side. 1-1 count, 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Runner goes. Ball pops out all the way halfway between home and the pitcher's mound. So Collins takes advantage of a wild pitch in the dirt and advances down to second base. Snyder up there with the count in his favor at 2-1. Beautiful afternoon. It's warm. It's about 85 degrees, but I like it. Pitch, swing, shot to center field. And a little hesitation move there by Kyle Moore. And then he boots it. And that is going to allow Garrett Carey to come around and score.
Moore didn't read it too well at the bat to come in on it. Probably wouldn't have got to it anyway. Run was scored.
Yeah, he was already around there heading toward third when Kyle Moore booted that ball. So not going to give him the air. It's an RBI base hit for Quinn Snyder. And a 1-0 in favor of Jerseyville on 2 hits thus far, but Tillman has struck out 2. Here is Ethan Snyder. Snyder pops one up, and underneath it is Riker Kane out in left field, and he hauls it in for out number 3. But in the inning, 1 run comes across the plate on 2 base hits, and there was a base runner left as well, so we will head to the home half of the first inning with the Jerseyville Panthers up front of Collinsville by a score of 1-0. Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or call 346-4884. Back here at Woodland Park, Fletcher Field, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you, Zach Roseman as well. The boys have the day off from a little softball action as the girls' season came to an end yesterday. Their playoffs also start on Tuesday at the same time that the boys are scheduled to start at 6 p.m. Boys will be in Granite City. Girls will be in Edwardsville taking on Granite City. Here's a look at your lineup for Collinsville. Kyle Moore will lead things off. He'll play center field, batting in the number 2 spot. Spencer Vlasic will be doing the catching at third base, and batting third, Devin Bovinette. TJ Williams in the cleanup spot, playing right field. Sam Phelps is DHing today for Chris Tillman. Phelps will bat 5th. Carson Richardson at first base, batting 6th. Brant Mode at second base, batting 7th. Riker Kane in the number 8 spot, playing left field. And Rolando Colon playing shortstop and batting 9th for Collinsville. On the mound is Owen Goten. And we don't have any numbers on hit. Getting, okay. I heard somebody tell me. Okay, there we go. I was waiting for somebody to correct me on that. We didn't have him on our roster and didn't know, so. Anyway, here's Kyle Moore against the righty Gettin. After the first one misses, the second one is fouled away. And for Kyle Moore, he comes in, batting .255 with 4 runs batted in. Of course, no Noah Scrum. He went under the knife a couple of days ago. He's out for the rest of the year as he tries to heal himself up and get ready for college hockey season after he graduates. Going to McKendree, joining brother. Oh, don't worry, we have another scrum coming up the ranks. He'll be playing some hockey and some baseball here next year as well. Kyle Moore from the right side, waiting on the 2-1 pitch from Gettin. Swinging a shot up the middle, and that's going to be a leadoff base hit for Kyle Moore. Let's set the defense here for Jerseyville. Quinn Snyder is in left field. Zeke Waltz in center. Kyle Call is in right field. Ronnie Geilander is at third base. Garrett Carey, I believe. Let me make sure I got these things right here. Is at shortstop. Ethan Snyder at second. C.J. Bruno is at first base. And Owen Gettin is throwing his pitches to John Collins behind the plate. Moore at first. Spencer Vlasic up to the plate. Swing and a miss by the Kahok catcher. Vlasic on the year, batting .273, 1 home run. He has 11 runs batted in, and he has 2 triples as well. He and his teammate Noah Scrum, who we mentioned is not playing anymore, lead the team in the 2-triple area. Moore is on the run, pitches low, and it pops out of the glove of John Collins. So Moore picks up a stolen base.
I didn't waste any time there. Just taking off there with that second pitch, and pitcher throws it in the dirt, makes it too easy.
So the tying run already in scoring position for Spencer Vlasic, and Vlasic up there with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Gettin from the stretch, checks on his runner and brings it home. A little bit low, and it pops underneath the glove of the catcher, Collins. That's a passed ball that will allow Moore to go to third base.
Yeah, the catcher tried to snag that pitch up, just rolled right between his feet and his legs, right behind him.
So now Moore just 90 feet away from that tying run. Spencer Vlasic with a golden RBI opportunity here, and here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. Circling underneath it is Quinn Snyder. Getting ready to tag is Moore. There's the catch. Here's the run. Here's the throw. Here's the play at the plate. He is out at the plate. What a strong throw from Quinn Snyder out there in left field to gun down Kyle Moore.
Not a bad idea to try to send the runner, challenge that left fielder, see what he can do here early in this game. But, yeah, he was out by about 2 steps.
So double play as Vlasic becomes the first out. Moore becomes the second out. Devin Bulvanette is up with 2 outs and no one on. Getting ready to pitch. A little bit outside. And Bulvanette on the year. He's also suffered through a little bit of injuries. He's batting .338. 18 runs batted in. Still looking for his first home run of the year. You know, he's got the power to do it.
Well, he just missed that home run in that Triad game.
Sure did. There's a base hit. That's a shame. After the double output by Quinn Snyder out there in left field, that took the runner away from third base, and wouldn't you know it, the next guy comes up and gets a hit, which would have been an RBI hit.
Yep, coach over there on the left field third base box there, second-guessing himself on sending that runner now after Bowanet gets that single.
It wasn't very deep, but it wasn't very shallow either. Here is T.J. Williams. Williams on the year batting .282. He does have a couple of home runs. 18 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul ball out of play. Williams got his season off to a fine start in the doubleheader seasoning opening series at Breeze. In game number 2, he launched a grand slam home run. Since then, just one more long ball. The 0-1 pitch outside, and it gets away from the catcher. Tell you what, John Collins has already had a rough day behind the plate, and we're just in the bottom of the first. Well, he does have a tag out. That one is a wild pitch. So we've had a wild pitch, a passed ball, a stolen base, an outfield assist. The only thing we haven't had in this inning is a run. Flickering on you? 1-1 pitch. Swinging a shot down the first base line, but just foul.
That scoreboard's been flickering like that for years.
Yeah. I think this whole park has been flickering like that for years. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now. Collins wants to come out and talk things over with his pitcher, Owen Gettin. So Tuesday, big day. Both the baseball team and the softball team playing in their regional games at the same time. So just like we did last year, I will be doing the baseball game from Granite City, while the boys will be doing the softball game on the Facebook page from Edwardsville. We're going to employ the likes of Andy Albertina to do that. He's a good guy, if he can refrain from yelling at the girls while he's doing it. That's a lot to ask, though, isn't it? Here's a 1-2 pitch to Williams. Swinging a foul ball, snagged barehanded by the catcher Collins.
Hopefully it won't be a game that will require a lot of yelling.
Yeah.
Kahoks beat Grant 7-1 earlier in the week, so if we can get that repeat.
Yeah, that was at the same time that this baseball team lost to Granite's baseball team right down the street from you guys, 4-3. All right, Getton has his sign, works from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. TJ Williams fouls that ball down the first base line, trying to stay alive.
Tried to pull back his swing there. Pitch started tail away. Just fouls it off.
Well, the IHSA umpires get some new shirts for the last day of the regular season. Normally they're blue. These are a little on the beige side. Khaki, if you will. Another 1-2 pitch coming to TJ Williams. There goes the runner, swinging a foul ball. Back behind the broadcast booth here. And Balvanet will have to go back to second. He's got the bulky right foot. Last game I did from here, he didn't play in. He didn't even dress. He had that boot on his foot. It was nice to see that when I got to Granite City Tuesday, he was in uniform ready to go.
Right, so stands the reason here. They're going to try to send him in case Williams here can get a base hit with 2 outs.
Williams is battling, and he's been a 1-2 count for a while now. Swinging a high pop fly. This one is going into foul territory on the third base side, and underneath it is Ronnie Guylander, and the inning comes to a close on a pop-up to the Jerseyville third baseman. Collinsville gets a couple of hits, but they only strand a runner as one was thrown out at the plate. We head now to the top of the second inning, and Jerseyville still leads Collinsville by a score of 1-0. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com. Time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about Pace Design and Construction in Maryville? Well, they're building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction, they are a building and remodeling contractor that you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and they are dedicated to committing and completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Call 618-407-5466 or online, pacedesignconstruct.com. Good buddy Zach Roseman over here pointed out to me that I was wrong about the softball game, and I am. 4:30 on Tuesday, the softball game gets underway. 6 o'clock is the time of the baseball game. So
baseball game's at 6.
Yeah, baseball game's at 6.
Oh, I didn't notice that. You know you're saying the same time. I was thinking they were both at 4:30.
No, I wish they were, because that means I would be able to get out of there in time for that possible game 6 that I know is going to happen. It has to happen between the Blues and the Sharks.
Yeah, what was that? I don't remember. Go ahead.
All right. Here is Ronnie Guylander to lead things off. It'll be Guylander, Bruno, and Stocks here in the inning. If anyone could get on, the number 9 man, Call, will have a chance to bat against Chris Tillman, who had a pretty good first inning, got a couple of strikeouts and a flyout, stranded a runner, and unfortunately gave up a run as well. There's a foul ball down the third base side. That'll even things at 1-1 for Ronnie Guylander, who comes in batting 200, 4 runs batted in on the year. Guylander struggling a little bit this year. This is his 100th plate appearance, and he's right up there with the Zeke Waltzes of the world, his teammate, who has 110. So he's had plenty of at-bats. A little bit of a struggling year for the Jerseyville third baseman. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Already a couple strikeouts so far for Tillman. 2 in the last inning. Looks for a third one here.
And here comes the 2-2 pitch from the lefty. A little off-speed pitch, stayed high. Well, I hear that Tuesday night there was a chance for some thunderstorms in the evening hours, so that'll be right around game time. There's a walk. First walk issued by Tillman.
So bring Coach out here already to
make some adjustments.
Make some kind of adjustment here, especially with the runner on base.
I was talking to Coach Warnicki, and he said that if it does indeed rain on Tuesday and it wipes the games out, Belleville West won't be able to play on Wednesday because that's their graduation. So if that's the case, then Collinsville would probably have a 4 o'clock game on Wednesday. I guess we'll just have to see how things pan out. I hope they just stay the way they are, to tell you the truth. I know that it'll put me behind schedule on the Blues game, but I can catch up when I get into the car and listen to the rest of it on the way home.
Yeah, it's this thing we get into this time of year. There's graduations, honors, banquets, and stuff like that. It's just hard to get everything in when the weather doesn't want to cooperate. Throws another wrench in it.
From a personal standpoint, Washers League started on Wednesday nights, and I was doing the soccer game this past Wednesday, so I couldn't make it. I did stop on the way home, and the guy that was replacing me had like 9 cups that night. So he did pretty good. I got there when they were up 6-1, so all they needed to do was win one more game, in which they did, and the night was over. And listened to a little bit of the Blues game there, and then I went home and watched the last 5 minutes of the third period, and then watched that overtime that did not go our way. There's a ball that's a little bit low. To C.J. Bruno. Bruno on the year batting .217. Couple of runs batted in. He has a runner on at first. Nobody out. We're in the top of the second. 1-0 Jerseyville. Throw over to first. Runner gets back in time. And swinging a long fly ball. Out to left field. Riker Kane is on the run, and it bounces up against the fence. Runner is going to stop at third on a double by C.J. Bruno.
Yep, definitely a mistake pitch there by Tillman. Left that one hanging, and Bruno ripped it all the way to up there to left center.
I think my camera got moved here.
Oh, I did kick it earlier. I just thought I just kind of bumped it, but I guess I totally messed it up. Great.
Oh, I looked over and I couldn't see first base. There we go.
All right.
Now we're in there like bus fare.
Second and third now with nobody out to start
Yeah.
this inning for Jersey.
A little bit of trouble here for the freshman pitcher for Collinsville. Here's the first pitch to the next batter. That is Jacob Stocks, the DH. Stocks on the year, batting .167 with 3 runs batted in. He has a runner at third. That's Guylander. Runner at second is Bruno. A walk and a double here in this inning. No one out. Pitch. Swinging another foul ball out of play. That one almost nailed a car. It's like the second pastime here at Fletcher Field when there's a foul ball hit out of play. Everybody gets the rubbernecks going and see what kind of vehicle gets hit. Tillman ready with an 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Yeah, your scoreboard, every time you press a button, it's going off.
Been doing that for at least 10 years.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2 and a offering at it. Ball comes out of the glove of Spencer Vlasic. He throws down to first base in time for the out. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Tillman. That's 1 out. Runners stay put, and up steps the number 9 hitter, Kyle Call, for Jerseyville, batting .212 on the year. And Jerseyville finally going to bring up a lefty, huh? Lefty versus lefty here.
First lefty of the lineup now.
Second and third, 1 out. Pitch, a little low. Ball 1. They're giving the lefty all of the third baseline. Tillman's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Tillman's looked all right here in these first couple of innings, except for that mistake that he left up to Bruno, who smashed it for a double. Hoping he can wiggle his way out of this with no further damage done. Tillman brings it. Just missed. Wow.
Missed in the same spot there. The first and third pitches of this at
Yeah.
bat for balls.
I can't even see the plate. There's so much dirt on it. 2-1 the count. Now the batter calls time. Steps out. You would figure that would be a prime time for the umpire to get out that broom. I guess he's not worried about whether I can see the plate or not. Here's a 2-1, and the runner comes down the third baseline. Vlasic is out, tagged by Bovanet, and that's 2 outs.
So
I don't know what they were thinking.
They put some kind of bunt play on there. With the runner from third going way down there.
Yeah.
Another pitch outside. He didn't pull a trigger on the bunt, and the runner from third base is a dead duck for the second out.
Yeah, I saw a call, square roundabout, but he took it back almost immediately. But the runner never stopped running. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning with no damage done after runners on it. Second and third and no outs. Full count. Tillman's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets out of the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning. That's 4 on the afternoon for the young freshman, Chris Tillman. And Collinsville escapes with no damage done. There was 1 hit in the inning and 1 runner left on. We'll head now to the home half of the second. Collinsville still trails 1-0.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Tadu, Chris Keller, Zach Roseman, he's here with us as well. We're live from Woodland Park. Fletcher Field is where we are. Collinsville comes to bat in the home half of the second inning, trailing 1-0. Middle of the order coming up, Sam Phelps, Carson Richardson, Brant Mode. If anyone can get on, Riker Kane can have a chance to bat here. If he can get on, we can get to the number 9 man, Rolando Colon. Got his first hit on the varsity side the other day against Granite City. So the idea, keep the line moving, as John Rooney says on the old Mighty Mocs. Here is Sam Phelps. Phelps comes in batting .309, 9 runs batted in. And a swing and a foul ball straight back. You got to keep your eye on Phelps. He a couple of times has swung really hard at outside pitches and comes away rotating that left shoulder like it bothers him. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. As the 0-1 is on the way to Phelps, the DH, and he smashes it right to the second baseman, Snyder. He's up with it, and 1 out. Ethan Snyder takes care of the first out of the inning.
Pitcher makes his pitch, then juice that ground ball right there into the second base hole.
All right, it appears that Ian Sullivan is indeed playing for Garrett Carey. Not only did he bat in that spot, but he's out there at shortstop as well. All right, here is Carson Richardson for Collinsville. Carson batting .171 on the year with a couple of runs batted in. About half of his playing time on the varsity side. Getting Ready with the next, swinging a fly ball. This one's down the line. Kyle Call is on the run in foul territory. He can't get there. It's a foul ball. Just foul. Just landed foul, and Kyle out there, he stretched out, dove through the air like a swan. Couldn't come up with it. Nice try.
Angry with himself there for missing that one. Give a little punch to the ground.
Long strike is what it is. 0-2 the count to Carson Richardson. Brant Mode on deck. Getting ready with an 0-2. Swinging a foul ball out of play. Stays 0-2. Gorgeous day. Not a lot of wind. Heat and humidity. There's a strike, and Richardson caught looking. Looked like he wanted to pull the trigger there for a minute and then held up. Umpire called it a strike anyway. 2 outs.
That one definitely dropped in there. That's a hard one to lay off of.
That's the first strikeout of the afternoon for Gettin. Here comes Brant Mode. Second baseman for Collinsville, batting .276 on the year. 8 runs batted in. Just started seeing more and more playing time when Noah Scrum went down with an injury. First pitch is a little bit low. Ball 1. Getting ready with the next to the lefty. Swinging a bouncing ball over the pitcher's head. Oh, and then Ethan Snyder boots it at second base. So Brant Mode is on with the error. First error committed in this game.
Second baseman comes in to get that one. He's going one way, and then the ball squirted off to his left just a little bit as he was coming in, but it's still an error.
Still an error. Hit his glove. Up steps Riker Kane for the first time this afternoon, and Riker batting .263. 7 runs batted in on the year. This is just his 20th at bat on the season. And the pitch high and outside. Runner on at first, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 in favor of Jerseyville. Panthers scored their run in the first. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Nice cut there by Riker Kane. Rolando Colon waiting on deck. That's him. Traveling across the screen, taking care of that foul ball back to the screen. Big gap in right center field in case Kane can power up off the end of the bat and take one out there. First to throw to first. And back in safely is Riker Kane.
Yeah, with 2 outs here, see the Kahoks do something to move the runner over, maybe looking to steal his base.
Not running this time. Ball is in the dirt. Doesn't have to run. He can just kind of trot down to second base after that ball goes through the legs of John Collins.
Collins popped up, maybe expecting some runner to lead off, and as he gets up, the ball is down in the ground and goes to the backstop.
All right, to the backstop. And down to second base is the tying run in Brant Mode. 2 outs, though, so we need a little something here from Riker Kane. 2-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. A little low, 3-1. Tillman walked his first batter last inning. Gettin has not allowed a walk yet through 1 2/3. Will he do so here? We will find out. Timeout called now. See that 360 mark out there in right center field? Aim there.
Yeah, big gap there.
Hit it on a line. Everybody will be running for days. 3-1 pitch coming from Gettin to Kane. Here it is. Strike called. Kane had a pitch to play with. Now he doesn't.
That one's not to his liking. Coming inside, see if we can get one more Saturday, you can square up here. Yeah, to get to that, hit that the other way to the right field.
Needs to be on the outer half of the plate. And now, time called as Getton steps off and then calls for his catcher Collins to come out. How much attention have you paid to the Cardinals this year? I have not paid much attention at all. I've been very busy.
Have been brutal.
I've been very busy with all these makeup games and the Blues and the playoffs. I've been paying more attention to them than anything. I do, pay attention to the score and stuff like that. I know that it's either feast or famine for these guys right now. They'll score 17 runs in one game and then score nothing or two the next.
Yeah, they had a big game Tuesday against the Braves and then pretty much got shut down the next 2 nights. They're in Texas today.
Here's another 3-2 pitch. This one's fouled away. We'll do it all over again. Yeah, down in Texas, they can use the DH. We'll see how they play that, and that's a very spacious, hitter-friendly ballpark as well.
They may give Molina some DH days there to keep his bat in, not have to catch.
Yeah, save the knees a bit. Another 3-2 pitch on the way to Riker Kane. It's in the dirt. It gets away, and Mode is going to make it down to third base. And with the first walk of the afternoon by Getton, Riker Kane is on at first base. And it's going to be up to Rolando Colon. Colon, as we mentioned, got his first hit the other day against Granite City. Took him 10 at-bats to do it, but he finally got one. I hear the ice cream man, don't I? Is that what I hear? Oh, somebody played some music?
They're playing walk-up music.
Oh, okay. Is that what that is? So, Rolando Colon's walk-up music reminds me of the ice cream man. That's probably not what he was going for.
Maybe that's the name of the song. Who knows? Ice cream man.
No, that's Van Halen. First and third, 2 outs. Here's Colon. First pitch is in the inside corner and called strike 1.
Panama,
that's Van Halen too. Or Van Halen also, not Van Halen 2. Here's the pitch. Colon smashes one down the first base line, but foul. Chance for Collinsville to at least get this thing tied up.
Think you're going to need some kind of base hit there, but a few pitches have gotten away from this catcher here.
Yeah?
Be on your toes here, and for something may get back to the backstop and get this runner in.
Yeah, we've had 2 pass balls and 1 wild pitch, and we're not even into the third inning yet. This game's kind of dragging along, isn't it? Now they're going to catch the runner off first base, and now they're going to
still got to go somewhere.
Got to go somewhere. Nope, they were worried about the guy coming home from third, and because they were worried so much about that, Riker Kane makes it all the way down to second.
He was doing everything he can to try to get the pitcher there to do some kind of throw over, try to get the runner in from third, but they never bid on it, and he still was hung up there between first and second the whole time. So eventually had to take the base.
Slowest stolen base ever. Here's a shot to the third baseman. Goes right in his glove, and Gylander throws out Colon over at first base, and everybody gets to stay where they were. So the 5-3 put out strands 2 runners for Collinsville. They're stranded 3 on the afternoon. We head to the top of the third inning, and Jerseyville still leads by a score of 1-0. First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about Chapman Trucking LLC? Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 9 years of experience, Chapman Trucking can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site. give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online, chapmantruckingllc.net. Chris Tillman, the freshman, back out on the mound for inning number 3 of work, and he'll be facing the top of the order in Zeke Waltz, the center fielder. Struck out looking his first time up, one of 4 strikeouts on the afternoon so far for Tillman. Not a bad start. Although he is on the wrong end of the scoreboard, 1-0.
Pitched out of that second inning jam there with the first 2 runners on, second and third. Got the next 3 out.
First pitch, swinging a high pop fly. Riker Kane comes in from left field about 8 steps, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Well, that'll bring up John Collins, the catcher. Collins singled, made it to second on a wild pitch, and then came around to score on a Quinn Snyder RBI single in that first inning. That is accounted for the only run here in this game. Tillman ready to go. That pitch hits the outside corner, called strike 1. See some of the girls down here from the soccer team. Another chance for Riker Kane. Out in left field and pretty much in the same spot that he just caught the ball off of the bat of Waltz. He catches one off the bat of Collins. Maybe 2 more steps in.
Quick work here, 3 pitches, and Tillman already has 2 outs.
Here is Ian Sullivan, who we didn't know was playing in this game until he played in that first inning. He was a strikeout victim his first time up as well, but he got his strikeout swinging. Swinging a shot to Devin Bovinet. Third baseman for Collinsville picks it up, throws across the diamond in time for the out. That was a very efficient 1-2-3 inning for Chris Tillman and the Collinsville Kahawks. Yeah, 4 pitches and 3 outs, just like that. We quickly head to the bottom of the third, but Jerseyville still leading your Collinsville Kahawks by a score of 1-0. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff, like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Let's also thank the City of Collinsville. You can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page for information on upcoming events, and I know of a good one because I called today and asked all kinds of questions about it. I think my grandsons are coming to town for the Memorial Day weekend, and they have this Memorial Day block party and fireworks going on. It's the first annual, well, it's the first one. It can't be annual until you get to the second one. Live music, food, games, and more. It's from 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and it's going to be over in the parking lot area of Splash City. That's what it used to be called. Now it's the Collinsville Aquatic Park since the Collinsville Recreation Department took over. The open fields over there by the water park and the parking lot over there by the Gateway Center and all that area over there, that is going to be where the celebration is. And it is free. It has nothing to do with the water park. So if you want to take your kids to the water park earlier that day and then come and join the festivities, you can. For more information, you can check out www.collinsville.org. Fireworks, by the way, start at 8:30 that night.
Sounds like a good, fun event here. First year of it.
Yeah.
Fireworks night.
Yeah.
This is something Collinsville needs. Shame I'll miss it. I'll be out of town myself.
We are going to get the Grand Boys, I think, Thursday of next week, so we'll be taking them down there. Here
Have fun.
is Kyle Moore. I always do with the boys come to town. We always do fun stuff. Movies, amusement parks, Edison's, Science Center. We always make sure we have something planned when the boys come to visit. Got to keep them busy. Got to get them tired, you know. They're 9 and 10 years old, so they still have all that 9 and 10-year-old energy in them. Here is Kyle Moore, who singled and then was thrown out by a great throw by Quinn Snyder, the left fielder, back in Collinsville's first inning. And quickly, Kyle Moore has got the count in his favor, 2-0. Top of the order, Moore, Vlasic, and Bovinet here for Collinsville. Here's the pitch, swinging a little blooper. That's going to find a way down. Little Texas league blooper that finds the outfield grass just over the shortstop Ian Sullivan's head. Collinsville picks up their third hit of the afternoon.
Yep, just enough on that one to get up over the shortstop head. He started in anyway. If he would have been backing up first, might have had a chance to dive for it, but probably not. Base hit.
Here is Spencer Vlasic, who hit that fly ball out to Quinn Snyder back in the first inning. And thus throwing out Kyle Moore, who stole the base and then made it to third on a passed ball. Here's a swing and a chance for a double play ball. Shortstop, Sullivan, over to second, over to first, double play.
Goes much quicker there. Last time made his way around the bases there on a stolen base and the passed ball, but quickly ends up being a double play here.
Well, that changes things quickly. And once again, Devin Bulvanette, instead of coming up with runners on base, he'll come up with the bases empty. And last time, right after Moore got thrown out at home plate, Bulvanette smoked a single. I guess that's part of the plan for the Panthers is get Bulvanette up there with the bases empty. Sarah pitch outside, ball one.
They've both been double plays no matter how you spin them, and no runners on for Bulvanette.
That they have. (1-0) to Bulvanette. And the next pitch, swinging a high fly ball, center field. On the run is Waltz. Waltz is not going to get there. That's going to bounce up against the wall. Devin Bulvanette is going to be standing up at second base with a bases empty 2-out double.
Sent that one a long way. Shame nobody on base to drive in there, but he's now in scoring position himself here with 2 outs.
Well, up to TJ Williams now. Williams, after Bulvanette singled with the bases empty, popped up to the third baseman in foul territory. Gylander ended that inning for the Kahawks. And just like that inning, Bulvanette is down at second base in scoring position. So Williams with a chance with a good base hit to tie this thing up. It has to be a good base hit. Bulvanette's got that bulky right foot. And now Gettin steps off. Although he looked pretty good running that double, didn't he?
Well, as far as he hit, he had plenty of time to get there.
He was trucking around first base, though. He was probably thinking about third until center fielder got the ball and threw it back in. Now a throw over to second, a bluff throw, as the shortstop Sullivan wasn't in position to take a throw. And now John Collins will call a timeout, go visit with his pitcher. Let's go ahead and thank my buddy Peyton Blaylock. He is with Keller Williams Marquee Real Estate. You can trust the Blaylock team with all of your real estate needs. If you buy or sell with the Blaylocks, by the way, they'll donate $200 to your favorite Kahok Booster Club. You can call Emily or Peyton Blaylock today, 618-780-4622, or online, www.blaylockteam.com. Gettin checks on his runner. Here's the pitch to Williams. It hits off of the chest of the catcher, Collins. He'll still pick it up and throw over, but in safely at third base is Devin Bulvanette. And that is another pass ball. That's the third one here in this game.
And another one gets past the catcher there. He's had some problems with those 3 already in the 3 innings.
Plus the wild pitch earlier by Gettin. So Collinsville's had their chances. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Runner at third and a bluff throw over to third.
Third baseman's nowhere near the
nope.
bag.
Wasn't even anywhere close. He's playing about 15 feet off the bag. So Bulvanette's going to have a little fun with him down the third baseline. There's a swing and a shot. That's going to be right into the glove of Kyle Call out there in right field. He had to take about 3 or 4 steps to his left, and he hauled that one in. And once again, the inning comes to a close, and Collinsville has stranded their 4th base runner on the afternoon. Another double play, and the inning really hurt. We head now to the top of the 4th inning, and the Jerseyville Panthers still enjoying a 1-0 lead. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Once again, welcome back to Fletcher Field here in Woodland Park, Collinsville, Illinois. That's where we are. And we are now in the top of the fourth inning. Keep on getting all these missed calls, man. Somebody keeps on calling and leaving messages about my Social Security disability benefit application I put in. I'm like, I haven't done that.
No, it's just some of them
I know.
robocalls or whatever.
Yeah. I try to block them, and then they find another number to call from.
Well, now they're calling from local numbers.
I know.
You see, like, I got one yesterday that said New Athens. Like, I don't know anybody New Athens.
I know.
You're close, but not quite close
And
enough.
they always use the same three numbers that my phone is. Mine's a 420 number, and a lot of phone calls I get is a 618-420 number. I think they're trying to make you answer it.
They're even doing you one better.
High fly ball out to T.J. Williams in right field. One pitch, one out from Chris Tillman. That was Quinn Snyder, by the way.
Jerseyville, if they're being aggressive, it was a 4-pitch inning back in the third for Jersey, and batter goes after the first pitch here to start the fourth.
And that was Quinn Snyder, who singled in the only run of this game back in the first. Now Ethan Snyder comes up to the plate. Ethan also flew out to T.J. Williams. He did that to end the first inning. Looks at one on the inside corner, called strike one.
Finally, somebody takes a pitch here from Tillman.
Swinging a foul ball straight back to the screen, quickly 0-2. Yeah, when I played baseball and even softball, I never swung at the first pitch. Everybody always says, well, why not? What if it was right down the middle and you could have smacked it over the fence? I'm like, well, number one, I'm not strong enough to smack anything over a fence. Here's a high pop fly. Center fielder Kyle Moore is on the run, and he will make the catch right behind the second base bag.
Tough to come in there all the way in and make that catch. You got to keep your eye on the ball. Eventually does make the catch.
Well, 4 pitches for 2 outs here in this inning. And here comes Ronnie Guylander. Guylander walked and then was thrown out over at third base. And a pitch from Tillman. That's in there for a strike.
Yeah, because you have somebody just starting to throw down there in left field bullpen.
Here's the next pitch from Tillman. Oh, strike on the outside corner once again. 0-2. Brady Schiller is down there throwing in the bullpen for Collinsville. Swing and a miss. Oh, took a little off of it. What a beautiful pitch that was from the freshman, Chris Tillman. He gets the strikeout to end the inning, his 5th strikeout of the afternoon, and that was a pretty pitch. We head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Collinsville needs to get those bats alive. They continue to trail by a score of 1-0. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 2nd year of operation on Main Street in uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com. How about we thank some more of our sponsors? The fine folks at the Collinsville Education Association are one of those sponsors. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or online, collinsvillecea.org. Little history about these two teams playing each other. From 2009 to this year, which would be the 10th year, they have played or tried to play each other. Collinsville has a 4-2 record with 3 cancellations due to rain, and then a couple of games that were wiped away because they needed the time and the space to make up a Southwestern Conference game. One playoff game between these two way back in 2001, and Collinsville lost that game by a score of 4-3. Here is Sam Phelps, who grounded out to the second baseman Ethan Snyder his first time up.
I think that 2001 game, I believe that was a Collinsville team with not a very good record, playing one of the top seeds, Jerseyville, that year, and just about pulled off that upset. Going back, way back in the memory bank there.
Yeah, you are. 2001, I was still living in Idaho Falls, Idaho then. Swinging a shot down the third base line, that's fair. Phelps is going to at least get a double out of this. He makes the turn. The throw comes in. Nope, he's going to put on the brakes and go back to first for a long single. Phelps, not the swiftest of runners for the Kahawks, so I was wondering if he was going to get around there and make that a double or not.
Yeah, Snyder had the ball there just as Phelps was rounding the bag there. Held up there, and after rounding the bag, now they'll bring in a courtesy or some kind of pinch runner here.
Yeah, that's going to be Garrett Morski. Nope, that's not Garrett Morski. That is Kenny Lutz. I saw the 6 on his back, thought it was a 16, and I saw it was a 36. So Kenny Lutz will do the running for Phelps. And Carson Richardson, who got caught looking at a third strike his first time up, is due up now. Collinsville with a chance to do some damage. This is the second time out of the first 3 innings they've had the leadoff batter reach base.
Got to do something with it here. He had the runner thrown out at home in the first, runner stranded at third, back in the third.
So Gettin once again works from the stretch. Here's a bunt. It's a nice one. Only play is over to first base, and Carson Richardson does his job with the sacrifice bunt.
Perfect bunt there. Pitcher got to come off the mound there and feel it, and is only going to have the throw over to first base. Runner moves second, Lutz.
So up steps Brant Mode. Brant reached on an error by the second baseman. Ethan Snyder his first time up and was left stranded. At third, back-to-back innings where Collinsville stranded a runner at third.
You got a couple chances here to drive this runner in from second base.
There's a shot right past the umpire. Only play is going to be over to first base. Throw is in time. Moving down to third on the play is Lutz. That one almost hit the umpire. That was some nice moves out there, huh?
It was heading right towards him.
Sure
but
was.
The ball ended up being slicing away, and then it ended up slicing right to the shortstop. Makes the out at first, but Lutz does move down to third for Kane to bat now.
Yeah, Riker Kane reached on a walk, stole second in the second inning. We need a little base hit from him or another one of those passed balls. We've already had 3 of them here in this game by Jerseyville. Pitch, low, ball 1. Man, I can't even tell you the last time I saw somebody steal home. The righty, Gettin, pitches. Outside, ball 2. 2-0 to Riker Kane. Rolando Colon waiting on deck. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Jerseyville. Collinsville once again with the tying run 90 feet away. To Kane. There's a swing and another chance for the shortstop. He boots it, and the game is tied.
There you go. Kane will reach on another error after the same thing happened last time he bats, but this time it'll drive in the tying run.
Well, we are tied at 1. No RBI for Riker Kane. And that'll bring up Rolando Colon. Second error of this game, won by the second baseman Ethan Snyder, and this one here by Ian Sullivan. We are tied at 1. Colon looks at one in the dirt. He grounded out to the third baseman Guylander his last time up, and that was with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Up there with 2 outs again. This time a runner at first. Checks on his runner over his left-hand shoulder and brings one home to Colon. That one hits the inside corner. We're even now at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. On the way. High fly ball. Center field. Zeke Waltz took one step back and then takes one step in, and he is there for the catch. And the inning comes to a close, but not before. Collinsville picks up 1 run. It was unearned, and they do so on 1 base hit. Another error committed in the inning, and Collinsville has now stranded their 5th base runner on the afternoon. But we head now to the top of the 5th inning, and we are tied 1-1.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Well, that's going to do it on the afternoon for Chris Tillman. Boy, he had a good afternoon out there on the mound. He pitches 4 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 1 run, struck out 5, and walked 1, and leaves with no decision. We are in a 1-1 game, and Brady Schiller takes over on the mound. For Brady on the year, this is his 13th game that he's pitched in. He started 4. He has pitched over 33 innings this year with a 5.03 earned run average and 33 strikeouts to 26 walks for Brady Schiller. I know he'd like to cut down on that walk category.
Especially here in this tie game, you don't want to come in here and start walking guys right off the bat.
It'll be the bottom 3 in the order here for Jerseyville to face Mr. Schiller. It'll be C.J. Bruno, Jacob Stocks, and Kyle Call. If anyone can get on, back to the top of the order in Zeke Waltz. So a good, efficient 4 innings worth of work for the freshman Chris Tillman. At least he cannot be the loser. That's a plus. Outside corner, that one hits. Good job by Schiller. To the first batter, C.J. Bruno, who doubled in the second after a leadoff walk. Both of those runners were stranded. Here's a swing and a shot to the center fielder, and Kyle Moore is right in the right spot at the right time, and there is 1 away. That'll bring up Jacob Stocks, who was a strikeout victim his first time up. Yeah, after Guylander walked and Bruno doubled, they had runners at second and third, and then Chris Tillman struck out Stocks, struck out Call, and then we had the play at third base that required an out too, so that was a very efficient inning by Tillman, but his day is done. He can be happy about that. Stocks sees the first one miss. Here comes the 1-0. Foul ball back to the screen, 1-1.
We see they got some good innings there from Tillman, and they send this thing here to the bullpen here in these late innings.
A little glimpse of the future there for Collinsville with the young freshman on the mound. He looked pretty good. Swinging another foul ball, this one over into the housing projects behind us.
Try to save some of the arms for the regional game next week.
Yeah, wouldn't mind seeing him start that game on Tuesday. He pitched that good this game. Why not?
Why not? It'd be something different for O'Fallon. Because that was his first start. They wouldn't have seen him yet.
Yeah. That just missed. 2-2 now the count to Jacob Stocks, the DH for the Panthers. Swinging another foul ball. This is almost like a summer day here. We're probably about 10 degrees warmer than what we should be this time of year, but after a cold last few days, I'll take it. Swinging another foul ball. This one right in the Jerseyville dugout, guys. Scrambling over there.
Everybody's up there along the fencing there. Nobody back in the dugout proper.
Yeah, it bounced off of the back wall in the dugout.
Unlike Collins over there, a few more guys are sitting,
Mm-hmm.
not many are along the fence.
Results in another 2-2 offering from Schiller. Here it is. Off-speed pitch, and
Fouls off another one.
lucky to stay alive is Stocks. He just got underneath that one and got a piece of it. We will not have a traditional post-game show for you. I have things to do, so we'll take a break, play our sponsors commercial, swing and a miss, and then we're going to get out of here. I got my best friend that I've known since 7th grade, 40-plus years now, coming over to watch the Blues game.
Yeah, I want to watch it too.
Yep, we all do. So do the boys in the dugouts. I talked to them when I went down to do my pregame interview, and I told them all, I said, I want a nice, clean, crisp, fast game. They all agreed. Oh, that one's
Some of the
inside.
Jerseyville boys too want to get back on that bus and get back home and get home and watch the game too. It'll take them a little longer.
Yeah. Schiller works kind of quickly, and I thank him for that. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. 2 outs in the inning. Kyle Call struck out his last time up. Schiller ready with another 1-1. A little bit low and outside.
Yeah, he gets the ball and he's ready to go pretty quickly.
He is. Apparently he's a big Blues fan. It's like, I just want to go home and watch the game. Well, we're blowing out that team in the Nielsen ratings as well. Swing and a miss.
So Boston's already
Boston, yeah, already in, man. Swept Carolina 4 straight. I'm happy for David Backus, but I'm tired of seeing former Blues win the Stanley Cup. How about Blues win the Stanley Cup? Let's go Blues. Swinging a foul ball out of play.
How about that area getting all the sports
I know.
wins here? The Patriots and
Patriots,
the Red Sox.
Red Sox. I'm sure if they have a Tiddlywinks team, they probably are champions. Yeah. Always makes me want to love the Boston area more. It's a great town, though. Swinging a foul back to the screen. I've been there before. It's a fantastic big city. But I'm getting kind of sick and tired of seeing their sports teams dominate everything, especially the you-know-who's.
Patriots?
Yeah,
Well, me too.
I know.
They beat my team.
2 outs, 2-2 pitch. Another one on the way. Swinging another foul.
Now they're out of balls. They've all been fouled away.
Yeah,
So we got to wait for the ball to come back.
sure do.
Somebody find one of them. Here's one.
There's one. Probably need a couple more, because I have a feeling he's not done fouling off pitches. Maybe.
If he fouls off another one, we'll be standing here waiting for a ball again.
Uh-huh.
Coach Warnicke's found another one of them. Maybe this is a fresh new one.
Schiller has one of those. Here comes another 2-2. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from Vlasic. Has to come all the way back to the screen to pick it up. And in time for the out.
Great recovery there to get to that ball, and great setup there by the first baseman to receive that throw and just beats out the runner.
Well, another 1-2-3 inning, so to speak. It took a little longer than the last one did, but at any rate, no runs across for Jerseyville. Collinsville comes to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning of a tied game, 1-1. First National Bank of Waterloo. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. How about we thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club? The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been doing their thing since 1934. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville, they provide women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that help the needy in Collinsville. If you would like more information on anything fundraiser-wise or anything that the Junior Service Club is sponsoring, well, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, hit their events tab, and that will tell you everything that you need to know about what's going on with the Collinsville Junior Service Club. Kyle Moore steps back up to the plate. This is the third time that Moore has led off an inning. Of course, he's the leadoff batter, so he led off the first, led off the third, and here he is leading off the fifth. And back out for his fifth inning worth of work is Owen Getton. Right now, he's given up 1 run on 5 base hits. His teammates have committed a couple of errors behind him, and one of them led to that run or allowed the run to score. Moore looks at one low, and Moore is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. He has singled twice. He was thrown out at home, and he was part of a 6-4-3 double play the last time he made it onto the base paths. And he's up there with a 2-0 count in his favor, and now it's 3-0. Oh, no, they called that one a strike. That was high and outside. Next pitch to Moore. Swinging a chance for the third baseman. Oh, takes a weird bounce, and then it hits off of his elbow and goes to Ian Sullivan over at shortstop. But by the time Sullivan got to it, Kyle Moore was already on base with his third hit of the afternoon.
Third baseman couldn't get himself in front of it. All he could do was try to backhand it, knock the ball down, anything. He succeeded on that, but had no chance to make a play.
Yeah, if he didn't get that body part on it, that one's going down the line, and Moore would at least be down to second base. Here is Spencer Vlasic, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Grounded into that 6-4-3 double play. Back in the third, there's a ball that pops out of the glove of Collins, but this time Moore does not go anywhere. Other than the 6-4-3 double play in the third, Vlasic popped out to Quinn Snyder in left field his first time up, and Snyder made a strong throw to home and got Kyle Moore trying to tag up. Moore's on the run. Bunt is popped up at home plate. Moore is caught off of first base. Another double play. Wow. Spencer Vlasic is like, I just cannot stop hitting into double plays.
Yeah, all 3 times it's ended up being double plays, one way or the other. This time he doesn't get the bunt down, just pops it up, and Moore's practically staying on second base by the time the catch is caught and thrown down to first base.
So for the third time in this game, Devin Balvanette will come up with the bases empty when he could have been coming up in all 2 of his previous at-bats with runners on. Not the case. Balvanette scorched a double out to center field his last time up and swings and fouls one out of play here in the bottom of the 5th. Last game here at Woodland Park for the year. Girls concluded their home version of their schedule on Tuesday. Wasn't it Tuesday? Wednesday.
Wednesday. At West yesterday.
Yeah. There's a ball that gets away from Collins, but this time there's no one on base, so that doesn't count against him. Yeah, it's lost 16-3 on Wednesday and then 6-3 last night.
That's correct.
Yeah.
West pretty much just hit everything during the first 3 innings, and you're like, holy cow, it's 13-0.
Wow. And there's a 1-1 to Balvanette. That was a ball that just kind of slipped out of the hand there of Getton, and that stayed high.
And just one bad inning did him in yesterday. A 5-run fourth, I believe it was.
Hopefully they'll get it figured out on Tuesday. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Balvanette. That one's in the dirt, 3-1.
Supposed to play Highland today, but got some late notice from Highland. They had a makeup game that they didn't tell anybody about.
Probably making up a conference game, I would bet. 3-1 pitch to Balvanette on the way, and another high fly ball out to center field. That says Walt's back, and this time he makes the catch right in front of the warning track for out number 3. We head now to the top of the 6th inning. This game's now moving right along here after a little sluggish in-between inning kind of thing going on there in the 2nd and the 3rd, but nevertheless, we move on to the 6th, and it's a 1-1 contest. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200. Time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about Metro East Roofing and Guttering? Locally owned and operated since 1987 by brothers and Kahok alums, Tony and Corey Jones. Metro East Roofing and Guttering can help with your roofing, guttering, and siding needs. They're located at 1231 Lebanon Road in Collinsville. Metro East Roofing and Guttering is the hometown company you know and trust. Give them a call at 345-5679 today for your free estimate. And all you Facebook users, they are on Facebook as well under Metro East Roofing and Guttering. Jerseyville Panthers, by the way, coached by Darren Purdon. He's in his 10th year. Came into this game with 154 wins and 163 losses. The best year under Purdon was 2014. They were regional champs. They went 24-13 that year, and that is the only regional championship under Purdon. One of only 6 regional championships in school history, and they have not captured a sectional championship ever in their history. So they're looking for that. Maybe a little bit later this year they can do that. Last time Collinsville lost to Jerseyville was in that 2014 season, 10-4. They were canceled last year due to rainouts that Collinsville had to use to make up Southwestern Conference games. Brady Schiller back out onto the mound, and he'll face the top of the order here. First pitch is in there for a strike against Zeke Waltz. Waltz 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a flyout. Next one, bunt, foul. Down the third base side, quickly 0-2. Schiller's second inning worth of work. And an 0-2 pitch from Schiller to Waltz is on the way. Fly ball. TJ Williams is striking it out in right field, and over near the third base line, he drops it. He dropped it. Underhand, tried to make the catch, popped out of his glove, ball gets away on the infield, and this is going to turn into an inside the park home run for Zeke Waltz, although it won't be an inside the park home run because it was an error.
Yeah, he was there just in time to make that catch down the line, dropped the ball, then made a very poor throw into the infield. Now the infielders got to it, and is it 2 errors?
Yeah, it's a double error on TJ Williams out there in right field on missing the catch and the wild throw.
2 errors, 4 bases, and almost like a home run. 2-1 now, Jersey.
Yep. That's unfortunate because Williams had that ball in his glove, had the ball down in there, and then came right out.
I just got to forget about that one. Be ready
Sure
for the
do.
next play, and I guess I'd find a way to get a run or two across here in these last 2 innings of their at-bats.
Here's John Collins, who will single into right field in front of TJ Williams. That's the second single by John Collins. He scored the run in the first inning that gave Jerseyville their 1-0 lead, and now Ian Sullivan will come up.
That
Well,
was a double play ball.
Now Jerseyville has turned 3 double plays here in this game. Collinsville looking for their first.
Coach sitting the defense here, nobody throwing. Schiller still staying in there. He's made quick work here in his inning and plus of pitching.
Ian Sullivan up to the plate, 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a ground out. He has a runner at first base. That's John Collins. No one out. 1 run home here on a double error. And a foul ball over our heads. And Schiller has to compose himself after that. And he's ready for a 1-1 pitch to Sullivan. Runner goes. Foul ball out of play.
Another high one. The batter goes chasing, fouls that one away.
One ball, 2 strikes to count to Ian Sullivan. From the stretch, Schiller checks on his runner and throws over there, throws it in the dirt, and it gets away from Richardson, who can't be faulted for not coming up with that one. That was all on Schiller there, and 3 errors in the inning. And have put a runner over at second base with no one out.
George Warnick will come here, gets that thing sailed down after all these errors.
He's going to give it a try anyway. Well, these two teams, told you about the rainout game last year. The last time they played was in 2017. It was also the season finale. Collinsville won that game 4-2, and then the next game they played was the regional semifinal, and they lost to O'Fallon 11-2 in that game. O'Fallon has kind of owned Collinsville on the baseball diamonds in the playoffs over the years, over the most recent years as well.
They seem to keep finding each other on the schedule.
Sure do.
Once again happened this year. This time they'll play in Granite.
I believe I was at that 11-2 game 2 years ago at O'Fallon.
Yeah. Remember you doing that. I was watching it or something.
All right, all the conversations are over. We're getting to that magical point where the Wi-Fi here at the park is going to switch off. So we'll have to go over to the hot spot. We were hoping to do that in between innings so as not to disrupt play here. Well, off-speed pitch. That was beautiful. Strikeout for Ian Sullivan. That's the second time he's gone down on strikes today. First strikeout for Schiller. Nope, excuse me. That's his third. Forgot to write those down. That'll bring up Quinn Snyder with the runner at second and 1 out. Snyder has singled and flew out here in this game. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Pitch outside. They are playing Snyder to pull. Big gap in right center field for the Panthers left fielder. Schiller checks on his runner and brings it home. That's a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1 out, 1 runner at second, 1 run already home. Unearned run, but nevertheless it counts. 2-1 in favor of Jerseyville. Schiller ready with the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. It's in the dirt, and it gets through the 5-hole there of Spencer Vlasic. And John Collins is down to third base. That's the first pass ball that Vlasic has allowed here in this game.
Tried to get down and get that stop, but got through his legs. Runner gets down to third now. Another scoring opportunity for Jersey, already with 1 run in this inning.
Schiller with a runner 90 feet away. Brings it, foul ball back to the screen, and it'll even things out at 2-2.
Infield playing in.
Trying to cut off the run at the plate and keep it a 1-run game. 2-2 the count. Schiller from the stretch. Looks over to third. Now looks at home. Pitches. Just missed outside. 3-2.
Wouldn't be the end of the world here to walk this batter, set up a double play. But Schiller will try to get him out.
Here comes the payoff pitch. It's in the dirt. He walked him. Runners at the corners and 1 out. First walk issued by Schiller. And that'll bring up Ethan Snyder, who is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. 1 to Kane and 1 to Moore. I have to do this switch over here in between batters unless we get a double play in this inning. We could use one right now. Here's the pitch. That's a strike called. We're in the 6th. It's getting late. Collinsville trailing 2-1. Jerseyville with a run in the 1st and one here in the 6th. Schiller ready with the next delivery. Swinging a base hit right past the diving Devin Balvanet. That's going to allow Collins to come in and score. Down to second is Snyder, and Ethan Snyder drives in a run with an RBI single. And it's now 3-1 in favor of Jerseyville. We're going to have to make this switch now, kids.
Yeah, he's going to make a pitching change, and perfect time to make that changeover you got to do for the wireless.
Sure is. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Riker Kane will come in to pitch for Collinsville. He'll come in from left field. Take over for Schiller, who took over for Tillman. Who is our left fielder? Okay, we just switched out. Okay, I got you. So Schiller and Kane swap positions, and Schiller will go out to left. Kane will come onto the mound, and Riker on the year. This is his 11th game that he's pitched in. He's had 8 starts on the year. Has a undesirable record, though, of 1-4 with a 4.60 earned run average. 33 strikeouts to 28 walks on the year for the lefty. And we'll see if he can stop the bleeding here. 2 runs home in this inning. Still runners at first and second, and only 1 out. Up to the plate, Ronnie Guylander. Guylander has walked and struck out in this game as Kane continues to take his warm-up tosses. Looking right into the sun. We do have some action down in the bullpen for Collinsville as well. Is that Garrett Morski?
I think that was Garrett. It's the time of the year on this field, or time of the day where this field where the sun starts getting hard to see for anybody facing the way the left-handed pitcher's got to face, or for the third base and left fielders.
Yeah, I saw during the warm-ups, Vlasic threw one high back to Riker Kane, and he had to use his glove to shield his eyes so he could see where the ball was coming from. All right, here we go. This is Ronnie Guylander. 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a walk. Riker Kane trying to keep things where they are. Right now it's 3-1, 1 out. We're in the top of the 6th. And the runners are going to go, and a foul ball, so the runners were going to test out the battery of Kane and Vlasic right off the bat.
Wow, aggressive move there. Coach must have saw something in the warm-ups there to be aggressive and have the batters or the runners go right away on the first pitch.
Morski finally turned around down there in the bullpen, so we got confirmation it's a Garrett Morski sighting. Runners at first and second. Snyder from second and Snyder from first. How about that? Pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, but this one's curving foul. Had home run distance, but it kept on pulling to the left down the third baseline. And a long strike is all it is, 0-2.
Good luck finding that ball.
That ball's lost. That goes into the thick woods that leads down the hill into one of the many little ponds or little lakes here at Woodland Park.
He's going to go try for it.
Might as well, if you got somebody who's willing.
But, yeah, 2 strikes here to the batter.
0-2 the count. Inside. Ball 1. 1-2 to Ronnie Guylander. See if he can hit into a double play. Riker Kane ready with the 1-2 on the way. In the dirt. Nice stop by Vlasic. Everybody stays put. Trying to see if Guylander was going to go fishing for one. He didn't. 2-2 the count. One out. Two runners on, first and second. 3-1 lead for Jerseyville. Kane looks in, has his sign from the stretch, checks on his runners. They go, and there's a throw over to third, and out at third base is the runner, Quinn Snyder. Nice move on the hill there by Riker Kane.
Yeah, I think Jersey really showed their hand there when they tried that on the first pitch of the at-bat. I was surprised they went back to it there, and Kane was not fooled.
Not at all. Making it down to second was Ethan Snyder, but out over at third, Quinn Snyder. Play goes 1-5 on the put out for the second out. One strike away from getting out of this inning, and it's inside to Geilander. Full count. Riker would like the strikeout here or some kind of an out. Oh, either that, we're just going to swap out base runners. Here comes the payoff pitch. It's in the dirt, and it gets away from Vlasic. And over to third base is Ethan Snyder, and down to first goes Geilander. So we are right back to where we were with two runners on, only this time it's first and third. Here is C.J. Bruno. Bruno doubled back in the second and lined out to Kyle Moore in center field in his last at bat. First and third, two outs. Kane from the stretch. Just missed. Kane from the stretch brings another one home. High fly ball. This one's going to be trouble for Schiller. He goes back and can't make the catch. Bounces on the warning track. One run is home. Here comes another run home. Throw is going to be too late. And two more runs score for Jerseyville.
I've been noticing how the batter's been going after them high pitches on both teams, and that one was one up high, but he drove that one all the way to the fence, and two runs come in. Struggles here for Kane as he comes in, and the first two batters reach.
Two RBI double off the bat of C.J. Bruno. And now we're going to have more player exchanges going on. Number 11, that is Ross Hartley, will come in and do the running for Bruno.
Morski's ready here, and Warnicki will make the switch.
So now we're going to have another pitching change. Maybe. Yep, we are. He made the motion. So Morski is going to come in and relieve Kane. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we'll tell you some numbers about our new pitcher, Garrett Morski. We'll do that in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'm a random windstorm. Shaky. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Shaky, shaky. And if you got cut rate insurance, you could be picking up this tab yourself. So get Allstate. You could save some cash and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, Tucker Shaley, who comes into bat for Jacob Stocks, the DH. Tucker Shaley, 190 batter on the year with 5 runs batted in, and a bouncing ball right back to Morski. He'll underhand it over to first base, and the inning comes to a close, but not before. 4 runs come across the plate, a costly couple of errors to one batter in the inning. Other than that, we had 3 base hits and those costly errors and 1 runner left on base. Collinsville now with a lot of work to do as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and no longer is it 1-1. Now Jerseyville is up by a score of 5-1.
Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call 346-4884.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and Collinsville with now more work to do as Jerseyville put up 4 runs in their half of the 6th inning. Collinsville now trailing by those 4 runs, and they will send up the middle of the order, and you know the first batter up to the plate would love to atone for that error out there in right field. It'll be T.J. Williams, Sam Phelps, and Carson Richardson here in the bottom of the 6th for Collinsville.
Now Williams will have to start off this 6th inning. He had them errors that set everything off. In Jersey's top of the 6th. Maybe a nice way to get this inning started here. Kahoks get some runs and maybe take the lead back here and find a way to close a win out here.
What was that, your phone?
Yeah, I'm looking at stuff and the ads popped up I just don't even bring up.
Here is T.J. Williams, 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a pop-up and a fly-out. And another pop-up. This one is a major league pop-up on the infield. Third baseman will come in front of the pitcher's mound, and Geilander will make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Good job to come all the way in there, call the pitcher off, make that catch. Tough one for the pitcher to get up under that.
That'll bring up Sam Phelps. Phelps, a long single back in the 4th inning. He did come around to score. That was the tying run at the time. And he led off that inning with that long single. Other than that, Phelps with a ground out to the second baseman, Snyder, his first time up. There's another hard hit ball, but this one's going to go right at the center fielder, Waltz, and 2 pitches have equaled 2 outs.
Yeah, it's trying to be aggressive to do something to get on the board here, but they bat into 2 straight outs.
Well, that will bring up Carson Richardson. Richardson, a strikeout and a ground out.
They're saying warm, humid, and wet summer coming up.
Yeah, I can imagine. Richardson looks at one right down the heart of the plate. 0-1.
Doesn't take a genius to maybe make that prediction, but
yeah,
Glenn Zimmerman says.
It's, it's summertime in the Midwest. That's usually hot and humid and sometimes wet. We don't need any more wet. There's a bouncing ball right over the pitcher's head, and the second baseman takes care of it. And that was a very quick 1, 2, 3 innings. So
4
just like
pitch
that,
inning the other
yeah,
way.
I know. Just like that, we head to the 7th inning, and Collinsville still trailing by a score of 5-1.
Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call 346-4884. First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller, Zach Roseman back with you, although Zach hasn't been on the microphone today. He's been hanging out here with us. We've been chatting, talking. I've used him to go down and get some pronunciations for me, and now I'm using him to get me some water.
Assisted with some changes.
Thank you,
and
sir.
Stuff like that. Well, that warm-up pitch is way high and goes to the screen. Not the way you went into your warm-ups here before the inning, but Morski will have to get
Not
him
even
out here in the
close.
7th.
All right, and he'll be
Cold?
facing.
Is it cold, the water?
Yeah. Refrigerator style, man. Garrett Carey, who we thought was starting this game, did not. And he will come up in the place of Call. So Carey comes in batting .241 with 9 runs batted in. Looks at another one off of the plate. Quickly 2-0 by Morski. Oh, yeah, that was the much-needed water. Nice and cold, too. Inside this time, and Morski. A little trouble finding the strike zone here to the first batter of the 7th inning.
It goes inside there on that third pitch and misses. Didn't like that one.
There's a strike. It'll be Garrett Carey here, and then back to the top of the order in Zeke Waltz. Another strike after falling behind the hitter 3-0. 2 straight strikes from Morski. Walk him.
One of that pitch. Don't know where he missed it. Walks him.
That's the 4th walk batter issued by Collinsville pitching here this afternoon. 1 by Thilman, 2 by Schiller, and now 1 by Morski. I think I got that right.
Sounds right.
Runner at first, no one out. Morski from the stretch delivers all the way back to the screen, and Morski mad at himself.
Yeah, that was how that last pitch of the warm-ups went. Same height there, and yeah, he's mad at himself. Didn't settle down after just missing on strike 3 of the last batter.
So Carey makes it down to second base. In the dirt. Nice stop by Blackson. The boys didn't listen. I said nice, clean, crisp, fast game. And we were doing that for a little while there.
First 2 innings were a little slow, but then
The middle innings moved right along.
middle innings moved along, and the 6th and 7th is
Slogging. Slogging here.
slow.
That's a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 now.
Number 2 when the Kahoks going down there to start throwing.
We are about 1 hour away from puck drop. That is Reese Vincent going down to warm up for Collinsville in the bullpen. Runner at second, nobody out. And another pitch that misses. And for the second batter in a row, Garrett Morski has fallen behind with 3 balls. This one's 3-1 now. Morski's ready. And a roller down to Carson Richardson at first base. He stops it, bends down and picks it up and takes care of Waltz. 3 unassisted for 1 out. Moving over to third on the place was Garrett Carey. Third on the play, excuse me. And that brings up John Collins, the catcher. Collins singled in the 1st and the 6th, scored both times. And sandwiched in between those was a fly out to Riker Kane who was then playing left field. Strike call. Infield playing at normal depth. Here comes the 0-1. Chance for the shortstop. That is Cologne. He'll let the run score. Throw over to first base is in time for the out. And Carey scores on an infield RBI by Collins, who is out number 2.
Collins really dug that one out of the dirt, grounded to shortstop, leaving the Kahoks with the only thing to do to get the out at first and let the 6th run of the game come in and score.
Ian Sullivan steps up now with the bases loaded and 2 down. Sullivan on the afternoon, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Pitch on the way. Oop, there's another one that gets away from Morski. I wonder if he's having arm problems or release problems. Out there.
Grabbing his arm.
Yeah,
again.
rubbing that bicep area a little bit on that left arm.
Maybe the last batter he faces.
Swinging a foul out of play.
Now they need another ball.
Yeah, they've been hitting a lot of foul balls out here today, haven't they?
Guess we can use them all now because whatever's left is just balls for next year.
Sure.
Last home game.
Comes a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Got to buy new balls anyway.
Got to have some fresh white ones for the game on Tuesday, but I think, aren't those provided by the home team? I'm not even sure who the home team is. We're playing at Granite City. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Ian Sullivan. And the inning comes to a close. Collinsville down to their final 3 outs. They have a tall hill to climb as they trail this one by a score of 6-1.
Pack Mail, locally owned and operated.
I'm a random windstorm. Shaky, 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 shaky. Shaky, shaky. And if you got cut rate insurance, you could be picking up this tab yourself. So get Allstate. You can save some cash and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff, like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Owen Getton is on the mound trying to pitch a complete game victory for he and his team, as he has allowed 1 run off of 6 base hits. 5 Kahawks have been left on base this afternoon, and we've been talking about the Collinsville pitching and the great start by the freshman Tillman. We haven't really talked much about Owen Getton. He's had a pretty efficient game out here.
Kahawks have left some stranded runners there, especially early in the game. Could have had a few more runs here, but Getton has held them just to the 1 run that came in on the air.
It's the bottom of the order here for Collinsville. Brant Mode, Riker Kane, and Rolando Colon. If anyone gets on, back to the top, and Kyle Moore. First pitch is a little bit low. Collinsville down to their final 3 outs. And trying to avoid loss number 16 on the year. They'll have a lot of work to do if they want to do that. Swinging a foul down the third base side. Jerseyville has a pitcher warming up in their bullpen. And I won't be able to tell you who it is until he turns around, if he turns around. Not pitching, just throwing right now. 1-1 the count to Brant Mode.
I'm sure they'll have to have Getton just finish this game off. They have a shorter turnaround before they start their playoffs. They got to play on Monday.
Who are they playing?
Civic Memorial.
Civic Memorial.
You know,
CM's always tough.
play-in game, if you will. Winner gets some, I looked at it earlier, Muscuda maybe?
That's a called strike on the inside portion of the plate. 2-2. Now the count against Brant Mode, who reached on an error in the second and grounded out to the shortstop, Ian Sullivan. Back in the fourth. Getting wanted a new ball. Hey, there's the broom. That's got to be the worst sweeping off of dust on home plate I think I've ever seen. Digging back in there. Brant Mode. 2-2 pitch. On the way. Swinging a chance for the first baseman. Right into the glove of C.J. Bruno, and he steps on the bag for out number 1.
Good fielding there. He got low, saw the ball in the glove, and was able to make the out at the bag.
There is Riker Kane, who has reached on an error and walked. So officially, no at bat this afternoon for Riker Kane. Lots of room in that right center field alley. Again. Getting ready. A little bit low on the pitch. Ball 1. Getting ready again. Swinging a chance for the third baseman. That is Gylander. And a nice dig over at first base by Bruno, and there are 2 away. Kahawks are down to their final out.
But off after another high one there, just drove it down into a ground out. Easy play for third baseman.
Here is Rolando Colon, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a ground out and a fly out. Last regular season game for the baseball team, last regular season game for us. Our next action will come to you Tuesday. Playoff style. Softball and baseball. Softball will be on the Facebook page. Baseball will be right here on this channel. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen for Cologne. Provided that the rain stays away Tuesday, that's the plan. Girls play Granite City, and the winner will go right into the regional championship game against Edwardsville, who does not have to play a game. Getting ready in the dirt. The boys will play O'Fallon Tuesday at 6 p.m. They move on. They will take on the winner of the Granite City Belleville West game. There's a shot down the first base line. That is fair. Nice play to get over there quickly. Is Call. That holds Cologne to a single, and back to the top of the order we go, and Kyle Moore.
9-hitter gets a at bat there, bring it back to the top of the order. 2 down, though.
Yep. It's a tall, tall order to ask, but this is the game of baseball, and stranger things have happened in this game. If you've watched enough games over your lifetime, you know. Just when you think you've seen everything, you'd be amazed if you come to a game and you're like, I've never seen that before. Had a game earlier here this year. There were 4 balks called in the same game, 3 against us and 1 against the other team, and I had never seen that many balks called in one game.
Yeah, you don't see that many called throughout the season.
I know.
Yeah.
Go through a whole season without seeing 4 balks. Here's the pitch outside, 2-0 to Kyle Moore, who has singled in all 3 of his plate appearances today, but is yet to score. Thrown out at the plate on the beginning of a 6-4-3 double play, and then on the end of a 2-3 double play. That one's in there for a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, he was way off the bat there, trying to go on the bunt, and got thrown out easily. He didn't tag up.
Moore ready for a 2-1 from Getton. Here it is in the dirt. Nice stop by Collins, who, boy, he put in a whole game's worth of work behind the home plate area in the first 2 innings.
Let a few balls get past him there in the early going, nothing since.
He settled down after that. Getting back up on the hill. looks over his left shoulder at his runner and brings it home. Walked him. 2 runners on. That is the second walk issued by Getton. Now Collins would like to talk to him, and now the pitcher that was warming up down the first base line uncorks a wild pitch. Comes all the way back here behind home plate. Maybe just after he catches this ball, it gets thrown back into him. I can see his number. Because if he stands where he is right now, he'll have to catch it and turn around to get back onto the rubber. Of course, I'm going to have to adjust my attention to the game now. All right, here is Spencer Vlasic, who unfortunately has hit into 3 double plays. 17. Clark Norris is warming up in the bullpen for Jerseyville. Vlasic popped up to the left fielder Snyder. His first time up, that was an out. Moore tried tagging from third. He was thrown out. Then Vlasic hit into the traditional 6-4-3 double play in the third. And then popped up at home plate. That ball was caught. Kyle Moore was caught in between first and second, and he was thrown out. So Vlasic would like to turn his day around. This is a pop-up out to right field. Kyle Call is under it, and he has it for the out. And the game is over. Final score, Jerseyville 6, Collinsville Kahawks 1, as we welcome you in now to the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Going to be a fast one, though. Brought to you by my good friend, Dr. Chris McCluskey at Chiropractic Works. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. Visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or call 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. An abbreviated postgame show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
All right, first of all, we're going to apologize to my sponsors, because when we made the adjustments on the screen last night, we shrunk the playing screen down to where it should be, but we forgot to do the same thing with the commercials, so they're all blown up, and you're only getting part of them, so I apologize for that. We'll try to fix that before the playoffs begin on Tuesday. Final score here today, Jerseyville wins by a score of 6-1. Jerseyville gets 6 runs on 6 hits. They commit 2 errors and left 3 base runners on. Collinsville picks up 1 run, also on 6 hits. They also commit 2 errors, and they left 5 base runners on base, as we bring Chris Kettler back into the program. Chris, I know that this was a loss, but pretty impressive with the freshman Chris Tillman on the mound for the first time.
Yeah, I liked his innings out there. Looked pretty good. I don't think they wanted him to, stretch it too far out there. If they want to get him out there maybe for the playoffs or something like that, he may have pitched in some freshman games or some, so he could have been up on counts. But for the first 4 innings, it was looking good there for the Kahoks. They just couldn't rattle the bats and keep up with Jerseyville after their big 6th inning.
We'll see if they have any plans to use the young freshman as the playoffs arrive on Tuesday. That'll be from Granite City. Girls playoffs begin on Tuesday as well from Edwardsville. They have a 4:30 game, and the boys baseball team has a 6 o'clock game. We're not going to do a post game, man. We're getting out of here. We got a Blues game to watch. We'll talk to you Tuesday, though. All right, that's going to do it for us. For Chris Kettler and Zach Roseman, my name is Todd Duke. A big thank you to Ryan Warnicki on the pregame show. And until Tuesday, well, let's go Blues.